Well, last night, this street was covered with snow. It was just coming down. We were watching it by the street light. And today we woke up and it was a sunny, beautiful day. And now you can see a couple hours later, it's cloudy and it's starting to cool off. I want to talk to you about how quickly the weather can change in your morning cup of inspiration. Pam and I were having dinner last night over by the lake. And as we looked out, we saw that it had begun to snow. And the snow just kept getting heavier and heavier, and pretty soon there were big, large flakes, and it was really coming down. And we thought we better get on the road. Driving home was treacherous. The roads were slippery. There was a lot of slush in the road. I had to take it slow. I had to really focus and pay attention to my driving. Well, you know, life is a lot like the weather. Things can be going great. You think, wow, it's a warm, sunny day. And just like that, something terrible can happen. And the weather can change, and it can get cold, and the snow begins, and you find yourself in the middle of a storm. It's important at all times to keep your eyes on Jesus, no matter what the weather is, because the weather is going to change. I don't care where you live, it changes. Even in Florida, we had some really cold and gloomy days. But in life, we have the same thing. So what do? We keep our focus on the Lord. Just as when I was driving, I really had to concentrate and pay attention. We need to constantly be concentrating on Jesus. We have to have our eyes on Him, and we need His guidance to help us navigate through those wintry storms. I want to read a couple verses with you. The first is found in Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14. Where Paul writes, "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus." You see, Paul understood focus, and he said, I press on for the mark of the prize of the high calling of Jesus. And that's going to be one day to stand before Him and hear the words, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." That's our focus through all the twists and turns of life, through the sunny days and the storms. We keep our eyes on the prize. And then in Hebrews 13:8, I want to leave you with this. It says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. So keep that in mind. No matter what the weather's doing, no matter what is happening in your life, Jesus Christ is the same. He's always there. He's your solid rock, and you can turn to Him in each and every situation. I hope that inspires you, and I'll talk to you soon for another Morning Cup of Inspiration.